Hello vinyl community. So here I am again with another audio comparison, and as you can tell today I'm covering Metallica's Master of Puppets, the classic thrash metal album from 1986. This is kind of by request, but I actually had it in work at the same time. I had two of my commenters make comments that, why don't you cover Metallica? Well, here you go. So let me talk about the three different pressings. But before I get into it, I gotta say that this album is a challenge because the side length exceeds 25 minutes. And if you hear any mastering engineer talk, they're going to tell you that the optimum side for any vinyl record is about 17 minutes, maybe 20. When you exceed 20 minutes, you're really pushing it. You have to attenuate some of the frequencies just to make everything work, or cut some of the dynamics. But you know, the first one is really good, I gotta tell you. This is done by George Marino. George Marino never had anything unique in the Dead Wax, but he is featured in the credits on the album like I'm showing you here. It's also shown to be from Sterling Sound in the Dead Wax. Now, George used DMM, direct metal mastering, to do this, and direct metal mastering is actually cutting directly to a copper plate versus lacquer, which is the more traditional method. Now, DMM has some benefits. A lot of folks will say you get better high frequencies cut with a DMM process. Others will say, hey, you lose some of the lower end. But I'd be curious to see what you guys think at the very end of the video. Did the DMM win here? The next one is what I would dub the MoFi version. And no, MoFi was never contracted to release this album. Metallica contacted, or someone from their organization contacted the MoFi engineers to actually cut the lacquers for this album. Now, what I gotta say about MoFi is they do not like to operate under a deadline, and they had to for this one, and I think when you listen to it, it's going to show. Now, these were done at 45 RPM, so this is a 2-disc set. Metallica did a whole suite of the records on 45 RPM. They used a couple different mastering engineers. Bernie Grundman, for example, cut a couple of these, but this one is done by Rob Loverde from MoFi. Okay, the last one that I have for you guys is the 2017 blackened version. Now, this came out in association with this huge box set, which I'd love to hear, but unfortunately I do not have it, but I did get the vinyl copy. This was done by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grundman Mastering. I think he did a fantastic job. You see the CB in the Dead Wax, like I'm showing you here. This is also pressed at Palace, and you know, in my honest opinion, Palace is one of the best pressing plants on the planet Earth. And they are based out of Germany, and you see a little PUSA there. But I thought that this was really good, but just to make note and play a short clip after I mention this, the volume of this was cut lower than the other two. So here is just a 4-second sample of how it compares to the original. So here you go. I had to raise the dynamics. I had to increase the dBs a bit just to bring it to a equal level as the original. So here you go. Here is 3 separate tracks that I'm going to play for you. At the end of the video, please comment. Let me know what you think. I'm very curious to see what everybody thinks, which one's the best out of the 3. There is a Japanese pressing out there that I'd love to have. There was one Japanese press, but it goes for 3 figures, and while I'm curious, I don't feel like paying 3 figures for my curiosity on this one. So, alright, I'll catch you on the flip side.
Twisting your mind and smashing your dreams. Blinded by me, you can't
what did you guys think? Honestly thought that the original wasn't that bad, but I really like the new blackened version, and for me the MoFi just didn't cut it. So, but I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Shoot me a comment down below, and I'll catch you next time.